All right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks again for joining. So I'll start by introducing myself to you, tell you a bit about the company, and I have a few slides to share with you afterwards. Then we can, after that, call on the facilitator to shed more lights into the life of a business analyst, what it entails, and all of that. Then finally, we open the line for question and answer. So if you have any questions, please wait till the end of the session for you to ask. You can signify by raising up your hand, or you can drop your question on the chat as well. But I'd like to hear your voice, so I'll prefer you raising your hand, and we can have a chat together as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So my name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride is an IT organization based in the UK, and we are here you know, to assist people who are looking to transition from non-IT background or non-technical background into the IT space. So we run different IT trainings from project management to business analysis, Scrum Master, product owner, software testing, just to name a few. And why we are different is because we focus on what is matters, on what is important, and that is practical training. You know, we focus more on that because when you go for interviews, recruiters, employers want to see that you can exhibit, the factors to show them that you know how to do the job or you've done the job before. And that is why not only will you be involved on practical training, you also be involved on a live project with us as well, just to enhance your learning even further. So that's what we do. And over the years, l- like 20,000 students has passed through this organization, and we're still counting as well. I'm going to be showing you the stats in a bit. Right. So that is what we do. We've been in existence for over 4 years now. And yeah, that is that. Then about myself, I transitioned as well from accounting background to become a software automation engineer. And the whole Learn with Pride today was born out of that transitioning journey as well. And that is why I know and I believe with hard work, with the right support, you can transition in 3 months, in 4 months, in 5 months. IT is the only one you don't have to go back to uni and study another 2 years or 3 years. No, unlike nursing, there's no way you can do a crash course on nursing. You need to go and learn how to do the injection and every other thing that is involved to become a nurse. But in IT, it is not like that. That is why we have all these master classes that you can embark on a journey for 3 months, 4 months. And at the end of that journey, you can as well compete with those who have been doing the job in the industry for the last 2, 3 years. That's the way we are going to equip you. If you commit your time, energy, sweat into the process, you should be able to compete with people who have been doing it in the industry for the last 2, 3 years. Anyway, so we'll talk more about that. But why are people actually transitioning to IT? Why the rush? We saw that rush as in, you know, after COVID-19. This is one of the advantages that COVID brings our way, in sense that in such a way that companies um they now believe that you don't have to live in that country as long as you have got the right skills, the right knowledge. You can be any part of the world. You can be in any part of the world, and you can still be employed remotely, right? And also another factor is because they are looking for like a cheap labor. What do I mean? We all know that they go to Asia more, maybe India, China, and all of that. But now they've started to come to Africa as well, Ghana, Nigeria. Why? Because they believe we have what it takes to do the job. And they know they can recruit people instead of spending £500 a day in the UK. They know they can get someone in Nigeria for like 150 pounds a day. Even when you are getting 150 pounds a day, with the currency of today, that is way over 250,000 naira a day. So that is a win. That is a win-win for both parties. The companies are saving cost while you are still getting your money on a daily basis, which is fantastic, you know. So that is the space you want to belong. That is where you want to find yourself, being able to apply, being able to compete with people, you know, all over the world. It doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, you know, you can, after acquiring the right skills and knowledge, you can apply for remote jobs. So meaning this the sky is big enough for you to to fly. You know, you don't have to restrict yourself to your home countries. The complaint of, oh, there's no job in my country, graduates, there's no job. You won't be part of those category again, because you can leverage on other companies or in, you know, and apply for jobs outside your, you know, your local country as well. So that is the space you can find yourself. Another reason why people are transitioning is because it gives them that flexibility. It gives them that family work balance. You know, it's only in IT that you can have the flexibility of, number one, working remotely 5 days a week. Number two, you know, you can afford to take your car to the mechanic, you know, while you're still working. Not that you are not working, you are working, but you are working as you go. Maybe your calendar for the day is full of meetings. You can attend your meetings, you know, via your phone as well. You don't have to physically be at one spot for you to attend meetings. So you can be at the mechanic and you can still be attending your meetings working. That is what we call working smart and not working hard. Many of us now are working hard. You know, we are really sweating really hard to get that money, you know, but now we should be thinking of about the ways we can start earning or working smart. That is why you see some people doing 2, 3 jobs, and all these 2, 3 jobs, you know, none of them go above 5 p.m. You know, how are they doing it? You are doing 3 jobs and you are not putting in extra time to work till 10 p.m. or 12 midnight. You know, it's because they are working smart. You know, it's because they are working smart. As a nurse, I don't think you can take 2 jobs at the same time. But in IT, yes, you can. You can be working for one company in Malta, you can be working for another company, as long as you can manage your timing. You know, as long as you can manage your timing, you can do all that, and you can be that person as well. You know, whether you've been working, your background doesn't matter. Whether you've been working in a factory for the last 10 years, whether you studied customer service in uni, whether you know, you've been working as a security for the last 5 years, it doesn't matter. What matters on the journey is your determination, is your willingness, you know, is that your willingness and your hunger for change as well. As long as you have someone that is going to support you on the journey, as long as you have someone that is going to walk the walk with you on the journey, I tell you, the sky is the beginning for you. And that is why we are here. We are not only here to give a practical training, we are here to mentor you. We are here to support you all the way. You know, every equipment that you need to succeed on the journey, we are here to give it to you. So all the things that I did not get during my own time of transitioning from an accounting background to becoming a software automation engineer that is really, really technical, you know, it's what we've put together now to ensure that we make your journey much more smoother than my own journey back then. So for anyone who is ready for the journey, for anyone who wants to rewrite the story, for anyone who is ready to change your career, maybe you are tired of what you are doing, you needed a change, and you've been thinking, how can you come across this change? You know, information is key. Information is power. If you don't have that information, you might be on the same spot for the next 10 years. That is why information is really, really powerful. So that's what we stand for. That's how we equip our students for them to be able to compete with people who has been doing it in the industry for the last 2, 3 years. All right, without wasting much of your time, let's dive into my own slide. And all right, so I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference, but this doesn't matter whether you live in Nigeria, Uganda, Canada, you know. The average salary in the UK for a permanent position as a business analyst, you'll be looking at an average of 50,000. Why, if you go for a contract, you'll be looking around £400 a day, 450 a day, 500 a day. If you are getting 450 or even 400 pounds a day, that is like 8,000 pounds a month. Even if the contract is only for 6 months, the money that you are going to get in that 6 months, majority, even in the UK, won't get that for the next maybe 1 year, 2 years, because the average salary that majority gets in the UK is between 18,000 pounds and 35,000 pounds. And you are getting 8,000 pounds a month for 6 months. That's the position you can find yourself. It doesn't, those doing the jobs out there, they don't have two heads. I always have that mentality as well before that, when I see people driving good cars, young guys driving good cars, living good, dresses nice, I always think that, oh, this guy is doing fraud. But not everyone is doing fraud. Some people they have a good job that pays them really, really well. I never thought back then that anyone can even earn 200 pounds a day. Not possible. I never thought that some people are out there getting 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 pounds a day. We have people on 1,000 pounds a day. I never knew all this because I always thought with the mentality that you can never get such good jobs as a black guy. But that's a lie. It's because I was lacking information back then as well. That is why I say information is key. Information is really, really powerful, So, and also, IT business analyst is one of the shortage skilled worker in the UK as well. Meaning you can be in your home country, you apply for a job, you did good, and they are willing to sponsor your visa, you know that can happen as well. But you don't even need to leverage, you can be in your home country and apply for remote jobs any part of the world, whether it's Malta, whether it's Canada, whether it's USA, whether it's UK, anywhere, you know. Just imagine how big this world is. And you are not restricted to just your country that has been full of complaint of no jobs for young graduates. But you need to develop yourself. You need to equip yourself. You need to invest in yourself so that you can reap the rewards in the future as well. All right, so that is that. Also, I've made mention of this as well. You can work remotely in any part of the world, and it's in high demand as well. If it's not in high demand, you won't see people doing 2 jobs. You won't see people doing 3 jobs. And it's because they are working smart and they can manage their time. That is why that they are doing it. So the jobs are out there. The question is, who are the people that will be taking up this role? That is why this is the right time for you to make that move. And the good thing about this journey, especially this business analyst, is you are not only exposed to a business analyst role, you'll also be trained as a product owner. So that means when you start applying for a job, you are not restricting yourself to just business analyst role. If you see a product owner role as well, you can apply for it because you have the skills, you have the knowledge to take it on board as well. So you are getting 2 trainings for the price of one, so to say. All right, let's move on. If you are to come on this journey, how or what is the structure? How is the roadmap going to look like? Let's take a look at that quickly. So you are going to embark on a training. It's a 6 weeks training that runs every Thursdays and Saturdays. Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time. But I believe UK time is changing, I think, end of this month. So when the timing for UK changes, when we go backward, then when we go forward, or is it forward? Yeah, when we go forward, then the timing of the training will change to 8 p.m. That will be 8 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. But for now, it's 7:30 p.m. UK time, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time, and it runs. So that is on Thursday, and on Saturday is 11 a.m. UK time to 1 p.m. UK time. So it runs twice a week for 6 weeks. That is a practical training. Then you are taught the in-demand skills of a business analyst in an easy to understand way. And the facilitator that will take you on the journey has got many years of experience doing this as well. So you can leverage on his skills and knowledge as well. So after your 6 weeks practical training, then comes the project. You'll be involved on a live project for another 2 months. When I talk about live project, I mean live project, not a capstone project. So the live project, you'll be working with a full Scrum team, with the likes of the developer, the Scrum Master, the product owner, the business analyst, the testers, and all of you guys are working together as a team to deliver a solution for a client. So that will be the setup you'll be working at. That will be for another 2 months, so to say. So the whole program is for 3 months, 2 weeks, thereabout, or 4 months. Let's just say for 1 second. So yeah, roughly 4 months or 3.5 months, so to say, that is for. And also, if you look at the last paragraph, says certificates alone cannot get you the job. You need hands-on practical experience to get the job. And that is a fact. Many of us will be chasing professional certification. Oh, let me go and get certified on business analyst. Let me go and get certified on Scrum Master. Forgetting that it is not the certificate that will get you the job. It is your skills, your experience, what you can exhibit at the interview that you know and you've done before that will actually get you the job. But the way we grew up, what we've been made to believe from the onset is, we cannot achieve anything without a certificate. That is a lie. Many are out there doing the job as a business analyst or as a Scrum Master, and they don't have a professional certificate. That is why we focus more on hands-on practical training, because at the interview, if you can demonstrate to the recruiter that you know this job in and out, you know it, like you've been doing it for many years, that is what they want to see. You are not quoting a textbook answer to them. They don't want that. They want practicality. They want you to demonstrate that, yes, you've actually tackled this problem where you last worked. That is what they want to see. So we are going to equip you on practicals, on working on a live project, on getting the right skills. After you get the right skills, if you still want, you can still go and write the professional exam. But don't let us get it. Don't let us get it wrong. Things are changing. Gone are the days that certificate come first. But nowadays, your skills, your knowledge, your experience come first before the certificate. All right. So you've gone through the training, you've gone through the practicals. This is another important stage that you cannot overlook. And that is optimization of your brand. What is your brand? Your brand is your CV, your brand is your LinkedIn page. Your brand is whatever that can represent you before they have the privilege of speaking to you. Most of the time will be your CV, especially if you are applying for international jobs or roles. You need to revamp your CV to international standards. Also, on LinkedIn, you need to be on that space as well, because it has become one of the most popular place that recruiters now go to and on to look for professionals. So when you do all these things right, when you are visible, because you might finish the program and you say, you know what, I know I have the knowledge now, but I'm not getting calls. You are not getting calls because you are not visible in the market. So you need to revamp your CV. You need to optimize your LinkedIn page. You need to connect with like-minded people, especially on LinkedIn. When you connect, you are exposing yourself for more people to be able to see you. And what you should start getting is recruiters reaching out to you. Oh, I saw your CV. No, so I saw your profile. Are you still in the market for so roles? If so, let's have a chat. Also, you upload your CVs on different job sites and make them searchable as well. As you're applying manually, recruiters are reaching out to you as well at the same time. So when it is done right, you start getting calls and they'll start putting you for interviews, right? And this is another important stage that we assist with as well, interview preparation. At the end of the day, your success is also our success, right? So we are going to do everything within our own power to make sure that, we get you ready for that interview. That is why we have interview preparation with you. Why on this benefit? Let me make mention of other benefits quickly. So when you enroll on the journey, you benefit from, the practical training, working on a live project, mentorship, support, interview preparation. Also, all our courses are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard. And the certificate that you get at the end of the program is recognized in over 60 countries. And finally, because you'll be working on one of our live projects, we are going to give you a reference, a work reference when you start applying for jobs for the duration you are with us. We give you a reference for that as well. So those are the benefits that you are going to get when you enroll on this journey with us. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. So those are the benefits of enrolling on the journey. All right, let's move on. Let's take a look at the stats quickly. This stat is for last year, though, half of last year. So as I said, over 20,000 students has enrolled on the journey over so far. This is just a breakdown. We've added more courses now. This is just a breakdown of enrollment we have in the first half of last year. So this has to be updated as well. And finally, 85% of our students are currently working, 50% working in public sector, while 35% in the private sector, and we have 15% that are job ready, still looking for job. Another benefit of enrolling with us is, as I said, we give you all the necessary support that is needed. So even after your 3 months journey with us, it's never a bye-bye. There's nothing like, oh, we don't know you again. No, because you still belong to our community. We have a separate community where you can leverage on, especially when you get a job. Your facilitator might not be readily available all the time, and you have an issue that needs to be resolved. You don't know who to go to. So you need a like-minded people. You need a community you can leverage on. And we have such community as well, which you'll be joining as well. And in that community, we do all sorts as well. In a month, we meet twice in a month to go through different stuff, interview preparation, bringing those that has secure a job on the platform to come and share their testimony, learning new tools, we do all sorts that will equip you and make you better to go out there and get the job. So we just don't leave you hanging. It's not all about the training. No, it's much more. What you are going to get is much more than the training, you know. Yeah, sorry about. So what you're going to get is much more than the training. You get the support, you get the platform you can leverage on. You interact with like-minded people because you need those people at your corner. You can't be one-man island. It's not possible. You need people, like-minded people, to be at your corner so that, when you are stuck, you have someone to go to. And that is what we represent at Learn with Pride as well. All right, quickly, this job, I got them online. The first one is paying between 75K and 90K. The second one is paying between 80K and 100K. People will be wondering, how can you finish a 3-month program and you can compete for this job? It is possible. I'm a living testament to that as well. My very first role, I only did a 3-month course. And remember, I transitioned from a non-IT background to a completely, technical background, writing code in programming language like C#. And my very first salary when I transitioned was 55,000 before any benefits, So it is possible, it is doable, it is achievable. Those getting this money, they don't have two heads, trust me, and they don't know more than you. This one is a contract role paying between 650 and 725 a day. When you earn 600 pounds a day, that is like 12,000 pounds a month. Many people won't believe it, but it is a fact. People are getting the job. People are getting the money out there. People are getting the money out there. But what do you need to do to put yourself in that position? Is by, acquiring the right skills, knowledge, support. Then you too, you can start putting yourself out there, competing with people. And at the end of the day, you land your role as a business analyst or a product owner. With your hard work and God's favor, sky is just the beginning. But before we can even ask God for favor, we need to do our own bit as well. That God, you know what? I've done my own bit. This is it. This is the evidence. It is time for you to perfect it. And it will. But you need to acquire the right skills and knowledge first. All right. So before I pass on to Genesis, who is going to tell you more about the journey of a business analyst, the cost for the 3 months training is £799. £799. Right. For those on the call today, if you are enrolling today, for those on the call, you can get 50% discount. So that means it will be £399, right? After the 50% discount for those on the call. And you can pay twice. You can start with half payment, and the other half can be paid within 4 to 6 weeks after you've started, right? Or there's another offer for those who wants to pay just once. They can get further discount. So instead of paying £400, if you are paying once, you can get it for £350. But that offer is only for 3 days. So that offers will terminate or expires on the 5th of March. But for others, you can still take advantage of the 50% discount. That'll make it $399, and you can start with half payments, and the other half you can pay within 4 to 6 weeks. The next cohort will be starting on the this next cohort will be starting on the 21st of March. Sorry. The next cohort will be starting on the 23rd of March. 23rd of March, and we only have 10 slots available for this particular cohort. That'll be starting on the 23rd. So if you want to take advantage, if you want to rewrite the story, the best number to contact will be the number on your screen right now. So the WhatsApp number on your screen, send a message that you want to enroll to that WhatsApp number, or any question that you may have, send it to that WhatsApp number, and any questions, enrollment, it will be answered on that number. Again, as I said, we only have 10 slots available for the cohort starting on the 23rd of March. What are you waiting for? We are ready to take you on the journey. We are ready to walk the walk with you. We are ready to mentor, support, and, hold you by the hand, till you get to the end of the journey. So what are you waiting for? Invest in the future so that you too, you can be in a position of getting these £300 a day, £400 a day, or even if it's permanent, you can do it. I tell my students, if I can do it, anyone with a great determination can as well do it as well. All right, so for now, I'm going to be pausing, and I'm going to be inviting Genesis to take over and tell you more about the journey of a business analyst. But before I hand over to Genesis, just for people that lives in Nigeria, Lagos or the surroundings, we'll be having a tech conference coming up on the 6th of April. So if you are in Nigeria, if you live in Lagos, you can go on our or this website, which I'm going to paste right now. You can go on this website and register for the event. It's going to be very, very beneficial, as in you won't regret registering for it as well. So just go, I'll paste the link on the chat now. You can read more about it. So it's happening on the 6th of April in Lagos. So you can go on the website, read more about it, and you can register as well. And it's another avenue that you can meet like-minded people and have a conversation with them as well. So for now, I'm going to be stopping, pausing, and I'm going to be inviting Genesis to take over from here and tell us more about this journey. Thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Genesis, over to you.
Thanks, Aki. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing today? So, just as Aki has said, my name is Genesis Emanyuku, and I'll be walking you guys through business analysis. One thing I just want to say, first of all, is that business analysis is not rocket science. If you are willing to, learn, put the work into it, you will certainly achieve your expectations or your dreams of transitioning into tech or becoming a professional business analyst. So I'll go ahead to put my screen on presentation mode. Let me know if you can see my screen and also if you can see the presentation mode on my screen. Okay, if you can just, okay, light on side, yes. So to just spend like 10, 15 minutes to talk through what business analysis is. More details about business analysis will be explained to us in class. We'll go more detail, we'll dissect everything that has to do with business analysis, what it is, and all of that. But in today's session, we just have an overview of what business analysis is. So we're looking at what is business analysis from a high-level standpoint. Why do companies actually need business analysts? What are some of the misjudgments that people have about business analysis? And how can you become a business analyst along with the benefits that comes with it? So let's start by first introducing myself. My name is Genesis Emanyuku. I'm a CBAP. So CBAP stands for Certified Business Analysis Professional. So I'm a CBAP Certified Senior Business Analyst. Feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or on Twitter with the following handles. I've worked in several places as business analyst. I started my career in business analysis with Digital Bananas Technology back in 2016. And since then, I've been moving from one organization to another, from one industry to the other. I'm also part of the director members of the International Institute of Business Analysis, the Nigerian chapter. Now, what is business analysis? I know you would have been wondering about this, or probably might have checked it out online before joining this call. But I just want you to know that business analysis is all about driving change, right? Driving change within an organization. So it's the practice of enabling change in an organization by first making sure we understand what the need is. And a need could either be a problem that the business or a problem that the organization is facing, or it could be an opportunity that the business has identified they want to leverage. So business analysis is all about enabling change in an organization by first understanding what the need is, and then recommending possible solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. I always tell my students that as a BA, one of your main responsibility is to recommend, right? You're not the one that will take the final decision. You are basically to recommend. That's why as BAs, we sit in advisory role to the organization. We are like a business advisor or advisor to the organization, telling them these are the processes, these are the solutions, these are the options we should take, these are the decisions we should make, these are the things we should do as a business. Now, why do companies actually need us? One of the main reasons why companies need BAs is because there's always been a difficulty in understanding between business and implementing stakeholders. So for every organization, every business that exists on the face of the earth, they either provide a product or a service, right? And if you are providing a product or if you are providing products as an organization, it means that you have a team that helps in building that product. It could be a tangible product, which is a physical product you can see and touch, like your mobile phone, your automobile car, anything, or it could be an intangible product like a mobile application that we have out there. So we have a technical team or an implementation team that is in charge of building or manufacturing that product. And then we have the business team that is in charge of setting business metrics, KPI for the business to, move ahead. Now, there's always a challenge, or there's always been a difficulty in the business and the technical team having a clear understanding of what is required for every need that encounters the organization. And that is why a business analyst is required or is needed to be able to come in and foster effective understanding, effective communication between the business and technical team. So we help to bridge the gap of communication. We help to bridge the gap of understanding. We help to make businesses understand what the need is, prioritize the need appropriately, and we also help to communicate to the technical team what they need to build, how they need to build it, and when they need to build it. And that is why companies basically need business analysts to help them grow, to help them achieve their organizational goals, and also to help them make their processes much more effective. Now, as BAs, what do we basically do on a typical day-to-day basis? Number one is we try to understand the problems or the goals of the business, of the organization. And that's because for us, everything we do starts from the point of need, from the point of either a problem or an opportunity. So we try to understand that at the very beginning of everything we do as a BA. We also ensure we analyze these problems or we analyze these opportunities, which is the need. We make sure we use different tools and techniques to analyze possible approaches to solving the problem, possible ways risks can be mitigated, to identify the various risks, to be able to, further break down the problem or break down the solution in an understandable manner. We also help in driving strategies. In some organizations, BAs are considered as chief strategists. In short, they work in strategic initiative. They work in strategic projects to help your business identify ways to grow, ways to improve, ways to expand, ways to become a lot more profitable. And also, as a BA, we are also involved in driving the change. We don't just recommend a solution and then we fold our arms and say, our jobs here are done. We ensure we are involved in driving that change which is the problem or the need that we've been able to identify and the solution we've been able to recommend. We drive the process of implementing or building out that particular solution. And then the last thing is that we also facilitate collaboration. collaboration between stakeholders, between team members, between organizations, and between our company and other third-party organizations. Now, what are some of the misjudgments that people have about business analysis? Number one is that people always confuse business analysis with either business analytics, and they also confuse it with business development. Now, business analytics and business development are absolutely different from business analysis. These are two different career paths that do distinct things away from what we as BAs we do. Now, for a BA, what we basically do is that we are focused on understanding the need, right? We are focused on understanding the need, understanding the functions and processes, and also recommending solutions to stakeholders. But for business analytics, they are a lot more focused on data. That is what the business analytics team are a lot more focused on. Where can they get data from, right? What kind of data are you going to give to them? What do you want them to do with that data? Cleaning the data, wrangling the data, preparing the data, all of everything has to do with data, using statistical models to, clean and make sense of the data. That is what business analytics guys do. But for business development, they are a lot more interested or involved in bringing in businesses or bringing in leads or bringing in clients to the organization. So things like proposals, things like marketing, things like developing the business in various areas, growing the number of customers, growing sales, and all of that. These are the things that business development is involved with. Why business analytics use tools like Tableau, Power BI, Excel, Python, SQL to extract data, to clean data, to analyze data, and also present data and forecast future, or let me use the word predict future occurrences with the data that they have gotten. But we as business analysts, our own aim is to understand the needs of the business, recommend a solution, drive the solution, use different business analysis tools and techniques. There are several tools and techniques in business analysis. We have the SWOT tool, we have the PESTLE tool, we have the Porter's 5 Forces tool, we have the Ansoff metrics tool, we have techniques such as process modeling, user stories, techniques such as requirement analysis and what have you. We use all of these tools and techniques to solve the problem for the business and help the business achieve its goals. Now, how can one become a business analyst? Number one, I used to tell people is that you need to grow the passion. You need to be passionate for whatever thing you want to become in life. So if you want to become a business analyst or you aim to be a business analyst, you need to grow that passion, right? The passion to solve problems, the passion to satisfy customers, this passion to be a problem solver for a business. Number two is that you need to look out for quality practical training. It is very, very imperative, very, very important for you to get a practical training. Don't just go up. People say, well, I have Udemy, I have Coursera, I have Udacity, I have EDX where I can learn business analysis. Maybe just pay for a course for maybe £5 or maybe 10,000 naira, whatever amount, or maybe $14, pay for a course on Udemy or Coursera and understand business analysis. But, having theoretical training is a lot different from having practical training, right? So make sure you get a practical training where someone who have gone through or who have a large amount of experience in business analysis can walk you through what it means step by step to be a business analyst, step by step, what a BA will do in several occasions. The next one will be for you to now gain experience, and which is one of the things that this program offers, opportunity for you to gain experience in the form of practical hands-on training, right? So you gain hands-on experience, and this experience is what's going to help you talk through interviews. Explain to recruiters what you've been able to do in the course of a period in time, how you've been able to solve problems, how you've been able to apply the knowledge or skills or techniques that you have within business analysis to solve problems for businesses or for organizations. And then you don't undermine the place of mentorship. You can leverage mentorship to help you grow faster, to help you grow. There's what we'll say 10x, to grow 10 times faster than you ought to have grown. Just for instance, if you are going to Nicaragua, right, or probably you are going to somewhere in Bilbao in Spain, and you've not been there before, right? You're going on an adventure. The pace at which you will go when you are going alone will be different from the pace at which you will go when you are going with someone who have been to Bilbao several times. So having mentorship or getting mentorship is very critical to your growth. It adds a lot of value to your growth. It helps you to grow faster. It helps you to reach where you want to be within a fast or short period of time. And then you also go out there and you apply for jobs. Don't just say because you've learned business analysis that you just want to sit, fold your arms, and jobs will come look for you. At the point whereby you're transiting to a new career, you need to make sure you are on top of your game. You apply for jobs, you are sending and spreading your CVs everywhere. Every job you're seeing on LinkedIn, you apply for it. You don't say because they're saying 5 years experience or they are saying 6 years experience or because they're saying senior BA. You apply for jobs everywhere and anywhere. I've trained a student in Canada who, after training, he applied for a senior BA role and he got the senior BA role. He's working today as a senior BA in Canada, in Nova Scotia. So don't just limit yourself and say, because I learned this thing, I want to only apply for junior or intern BA role. No, the value you're going to get from this training would put you in a pole position to apply for mid-level to senior BA roles. So feel free to spread out your CV out there, apply for jobs as much as you can. What are some of the benefits of being a BA? Number one is that you have the ability to wear several professional hats. As a BA, you are solving the problem. As a BA, you are sitting in the position of a risk advisor. You are trying to advise the business on different risks available, how to manage them. You are sitting as a process analyst in optimizing an existing business process, in automating an existing business process. You are sitting in the position of a strategic and consulting person where you consult on different strategies to improve the business. Also, as a BA, some of the benefits, just as Akin has mentioned, is that the job market is really, really exploding. It's in short, it has grown so much that on a daily basis, as of last year, when I did a bit of research, I was able to find out that on LinkedIn alone, there were over 350 something thousand jobs for business analysts posted on LinkedIn last year alone. Over 350 something thousand jobs on LinkedIn. And this is not taking into account jobs that are posted on JobServe, Indeed, Glassdoor, and whatever. So the job market has really exploded over the years, and it offers you the opportunity to earn well, right? Instead of, I know many people in UK, many of my friends who are in UK today, they tell me they are basically earning just the usual, what do you call it now, minimum wage in UK. But with BA, you are earning almost 10 times or 20 times above the minimum wage that every other person earns in the UK. So it gives you the opportunity to earn very, very well. And then you have independence and flexibility. You can work remotely. You can take as much job as possible if you have the capacity to do that. You can, you don't need to keep on doing routine or repetitive things, because as a BA, there's no dull moment for you. You are either doing a strategic project, or you are doing a tactical project, or you are doing an operational project, as the case may be. And then finally, BA gives you the opportunity and privilege to utilize your past experience and knowledge. So whether you're a student today, or you're previously an accountant or a teacher, or whatever career or profession you are at the moment, BAs still gives you the opportunity to leverage past learnings, past experiences, and apply them in your current situation as a BA. So that is where I'm going to stop for today. Just as Aki has mentioned, if you have any question, please feel free to ask your question or raise your hand, and we'll take them one after the other. Thank you so much for listening. See you guys in class.
Yeah, thank you, Genesis. So please, if you have any question, you can start to raise your hand and I will call you shortly. So if you have any questions, please kindly raise your hand or drop your question on the chat and I'll be reading them. But I actually want to hear from you, so please kindly raise your hand and I'll call you to ask your question. So while you're thinking about what to ask me, let me go back because of people that just joined, just to make them catch up with us. So the training will be starting, the 3 months cohort will be starting on the 23rd of March. That will be on a Saturday. It runs twice a week for 6 weeks. Every Thursdays and Saturday. Thursdays 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time, but the moment the UK changes is their time to um the moment the time changes in the UK, then it will become 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. But on Saturday, it will be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. So that will go on for 6 weeks. And then after 6 weeks, you'll be put on a live project for another 2 months where you'll be working with a full Scrum team. The only difference is you are not getting paid, but you get all the experience that is needed. You work in agile settings, you do all your ceremonies, your sprint planning, daily stand-ups, sprint retrospective, sprint review. All these things are the things that you're going to do. You know, creating your epics, managing your backlog, all these things you'll be exposed to on the live project, which will be for 2 months or 2.5 months, so to say. As I said, the next cohort starts on the 23rd of March. We at the start of this session we had 10 slots available, but now we only have 9 slots available. Right. So if you want to take advantage of the discount or this slot before we, run out of space, please message the number on your screen right now. If you have any question after this call as well, the number on your screen is the best number for you to contact. As well, there's a 50% discount. So the cost is $7.99, but there's a 50% discount, which will make it $3.99. If you are paying twice, you can start with half payment and the other half can be paid within 4 to 6 weeks after you've started. Or you can get further discount if you are paying once. You can pay £350 if you are paying once for the whole program. There's no hidden fee anywhere. So that is what you are paying. But the one-time payment is only for 3 days. So it expires on the 5th of March. If you want to leverage on that, you can leverage on that before the time runs out. Or the 50% is still open. But once we reach that 10 slot, then we draw the curtain till the next cohort again. So that is it. All right. Let me call on 1 second. Michael, can you please unmute and ask your question, Michael? Michael O. James, can you please unmute and ask your question?
All right. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, sir. You can hear me clearly, right?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. We have a two mic here. That's why I didn't want to unmute.
Oh, all right, Michael O. James. That's
Yeah.
it.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you. Then my question is, you made mention of software testing as one of the courses that you offer.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, as a software developer, if you want to take this course, what is involved in it?
For the software testing,
Yes.
nothing say on any of the courses that you want to enroll on. The only thing that is involved or entail is your determination. That is it. With your determination and our support, then the sky is just the beginning. So there's nothing. It's just your determination. For the software testing is a 4-month practical training that will expose you to, although we are not here to talk about software testing, but let me just tell you quickly, that will expose you to manual testing, mobile testing, API testing, performance testing, and automation testing using JavaScript. Right. So that is for software testing. But if you want more information on that, when the next cohort is starting and all of that, you can message me on the number on your screen after this call, and I will explain everything about software testing to you. I believe that is okay. Okay, all right. Let's go to the next. Techno, you can unmute and ask your question. Techno. Oh, Michael,
Okay,
I'll
good
call you.
evening.
Yeah, sorry, I'll call you Michael after Techno, so I will unmute you. All right, Techno, go on.
Okay, good evening. I want to really appreciate. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, I really want to appreciate this impactful lecture, and I just paid vivid attention to a lot of things. My question is this: I am from a very, very different background, no knowledge about IT stuff of a thing. I'm into more of maintenance stuff of a thing in the oil and gas. But I've spent about 18 years, but I'm just thinking of switching, leaving the field, coming to town. So my wife was the one that introduced me to something like this. I just, okay, let me follow up. Now, from my background, do you think I'm a fitting into this kind of something?
All right. Good question. Let me now use, unfortunately, he couldn't make it today. He's traveling. He enrolled on a business analysis training last year, November. He graduated last year, November. He lives in Nigeria and he has been doing he's a factory worker in a Chinese warehouse or whereabout in Nigeria for many years. But he got to a point in his life and he wanted a change, and he stumbled on us, did the course, did the training, and could you believe last month he got a business analyst role in Nigeria, in Abuja. He lives in Ibadan. He had to relocate to Abuja. So what I'm telling you, or the essence of that story, is it doesn't matter your background. As long as you've made up your mind that come rain, come shine, I want to change. I love the sound of what I'm hearing. I'm interested. That is all it takes. You know, you have an
Okay.
interest. You have an interest in what you are starting. You have to have an interest in it, because it is that interest that will keep the motivation going on. Because the road might not be that easy, but because you've configured your mind that, you know what, come rain, come shine, come any difficulties, I'm not going to back down, right? And you are not alone on the journey as well. You have people to support you, like-minded people on the journey, and we are not leaving you alone as well. So the most important on any journey, regardless of what you've been doing for many years, I'm a typical example as well. I transitioned as well myself. My background was accounting. That's why the fact that I've had accounting, even masters, up to master's level, although I've never worked as an accountant in a day, but I've done all odd jobs you can ever think of. I've worked as a security, I've worked as a cleaner, I've worked as a driver. There's nothing, you can think of I haven't done. But when the mindset changes, then every other thing to change. So once you can configure your mind that, you know what, I want to embark on this journey, even despite the fact that I've been working as a clerk for the last 15 years, but anyone with a great determination and hunger for change can transition. with the right support. Hope I've been able to answer that question, Techno.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Well, maybe I will discuss other things offline with you.
No
Thank you so much.
problem. Yeah, just
Yeah.
save my number and just chat me up. Thanks.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, sir. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Michael, is your turn now. So can you unmute yourself, Michael, and ask your question, Michael?
Oh yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good
Aki.
evening.
Thanks once again for the brilliant presentation this time around. Honestly, I've been following you since the latter part of 2022. Okay, but it hasn't been easy to kind of raise I think the discounted amount has always been around that figure. It hasn't been easy to raise it. Some of us are very keen, but to be able to manage to cushion ourselves to that level has become problematical. So if offline you could arrange something for me, if it's possible to kind of handle people one by one per their needs and requirement, that would be great. So yeah.
Michael, I fully understand, but at the same time, number one, for further discussion, message me on the number on your screen. Number two, right, we try as much as possible to lower our prices, in all our courses so that many people can be able to afford it. With what we give, with the quality of service, training, support, platforms, community that you're going to get on the journey, even what we are charging, it's next to nothing compared to everything you get. But I fully understand. You can chat me up privately. We can have a discussion and we can see how we can go about that. So you can chat me up, Michael.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good evening. Thanks. All right. Temitope Balogun, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Temitope Balogun. Temitope, are you there? You can unmute yourself and ask your question. All right, let me go to Andrew. Andrew, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Andrew.
Please, I'm so grateful for this setup for a program like this. I'm so grateful. I've been looking for something like this for a very long time. Although I come in also from the same point of view as one of our let me say participants that asked a question. Although I read practically agriculture, and we deal much more with agriculture stuff like that. So when I came across this opportunity online today, I said, let me enroll because I've been wanting to know much about business analysis. And from the beginning, the presenter did a very wonderful role, played a very wonderful role, and the second presenter also did well. But when I looked at the enrollment fee, I was asking myself, as a fresh graduate, and you depending much more on yourself and looking towards what you can get, how do we enroll for such a program with this amount, or it's worth it quite all right? So what do fresh graduates that doesn't have much to offer, what do they stand to? How can you advise them to go about such opportunity when they come across it, sir?
All right. What country are you from? Or are you in at the moment?
I'm Nigerian.
Nigeria. All right. For that question, let me now use, I believe everyone can still see my screen. Again, we try as much as possible to ensure that, we are reasonable in our prices, in everything we do, so that we can accommodate more people, that, couldn't afford £1,000, 1,500 or £2,000. That's why it's that cheap. I can tell you it's cheap. But what are we doing for fresh graduates? How can you leverage on such opportunities? And I can tell you for free as well, we do community empowerment as well. I made mention about this program at the beginning, this tech conference at the beginning, right? And I sent the link. I can resend the link now as well. One of the benefits of attending this event, depending on the ticket is in 3 categories: 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira. For those that purchase a 10,000 naira ticket or 15,000 naira ticket, on that day, 8 people will be walking away with a fully funded training on that day. 8 lucky winners will be walking away with fully funded training on that day, on any areas of their choice. That is our own way of impacting our society, our own little way. It is not much, but at least the 8 people that will win this scholarship on that very day, they won't forget us as well, because they won't be paying a dime. So that is the way we help the community, and giving back to the community as well. So this might be one of the things you can leverage on. Never say never. You might be one of them, but it only costs how much? 10,000 naira or 15,000 naira, So yeah, I just pasted the link on the chat again. You can read it out. You can read more about it, and you can check it out. If it interests you, you can register for it as well. But yes, 8 people will be walking away with a fully funded training on that very day, 6th of April, which is just around the corner as well. So have I answered your question? Is that Michael, if I remember correctly? All right, he's gone. Temitope, are you able to talk now? Balogun Temitope.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good
My
evening.
name is yeah. My question is that what is the difference between CPA, Certified Process Analyst, and Business Analyst? And the second question is that can OND apply for business analyst job? Because whenever I see the job offer on LinkedIn, though at least about 2 people have already given me the offer, but due to my qualification, I miss it out then. So I'm now trying to get to know maybe this certificate can replace a degree chances, or it can create a degree chances for me to get a job as a business analyst. That's the
All right.
questions.
Okay. Genesis will take the first question. Your second question is, I made mention earlier on as well, you don't need to go back to school. It is only in the tech jobs that you don't have to go back and study for another 2-3 years for that discipline. No. Right. And gone are the days as well that you need to present a professional certificate before you can get a job. Actually, it comes second. It comes second now. What comes first is your practical knowledge and skills, if you can exhibit, if you can demonstrate to employer that you've done it before. Remember, we are going to be giving you a reference, work reference, after the program. So if you do your own bit by learning what you're supposed to learn, getting your hands dirty, by the time you start going for interviews, nobody will ask you for your college degree or university degree. No, because you've been doing it and you are proving it to them that you've done it before. So yes, and remember that you are not, by the time you get the skills as well, you are looking beyond your country as well. You are leveraging on other countries as well. Who doesn't care about what you studied in school, whether you studied language in school? All they want to know is, can you do the job? If the answer is yes, and if you can prove that to them during the interview, then the job is yours. I just told you about, it's supposed to be on this session, but it's currently traveling at the moment. He has been working as a factory worker in Nigeria for many years. He enrolled on the journey last year. He finished last year in November. He got his first role in Nigeria as a business analyst in Abuja, started last month. This has nothing to do with background or nothing to do with what he studied in school.
No, not about what I study. It's about the certificate. I mean, no, some organization that is they refuse to. They give restriction to OND and HND or NC.
That is what
They
I'm
prefer choosing.
Yeah, that is what I'm telling you now, that you are not only focusing on your country. If that is a problem, which it's not a problem,
Okay.
right? After you get the right skills, you are not only focusing on one country. You now have the opportunity to apply and compete for remote jobs outside your country. Do you understand? So
Yeah,
that is
I get it.
that is not a barrier at all. All right.
Okay, I think the second question is
Oh,
difference
second
between
question. Yeah.
CPA, Certified Process Analyst, and business analysis.
Yeah, Genesis, please, can you answer that?
Yeah. Thank you, Tope. So CPA, Certified Process Analyst, right?
Yes.
So process analysis is part of business analysis. What do I mean? Let me give you an instance. If you say doctors, right? If I tell that I'm a certified doctor, maybe I'm a certified gynecologist. That certified gynecologist, a gynecologist is a type of doctor, right? You are considered to be a doctor because the profession is doctor itself. The profession is not process analyst. Process analyst means that you are specializing in process analysis. In business analysis, there are three different sectors in business analysis. One is strategic analysis. The next one is practical analysis. Then the third one is operational analysis. If that's a
Sorry,
if you are
sorry, sir. The second one, practical analysis, right?
practical.
Practical.
Practical, TACTICAL, tactical, like tactics.
Okay, tactics. Okay.
Yes. Tactical analysis. That is the second one, and the third one is operational. When you focus on process analysis, it means that you are specializing in operational analysis because that is where process analysis fall under. Operational analysis. You're basically improving processes for a business or for an organization. Process improvement, that's what you're going to be doing. And that is part of what we do in business analysis. So process analysis is just a segment in business analysis. Is that okay?
Yes, I get it right. That is, business analysis is encompass three different category or three different skills on it. So
three segments.
I get it.
One is strategic, second one is
the
tactical,
second one
then
is
the third one is
tactical, the third one is operation. Okay,
you understand?
Sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks, Temitope.
Yes, sir.
Michael O. James, you raise your hand again. You can unmute and talk.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Go on.
Yes, the other time my network was having issues, so that was why I dropped on the call. So I couldn't get what you said completely.
What was the
On
question
my
again?
question.
Sorry. What was the question again? Remind me.
asked that as a software developer, if you want to take the course on software testing, what's involved in it? And how will the person come on board?
All right. So I said our software testing is for 4 months, which will expose you to manual testing, mobile testing, API testing, performance testing, and automation testing using JavaScript. But for more information, all that is required to come on board is your determination, and you've decided, you've made up your mind that you want to go for it. For more information on this software testing, the WhatsApp number on your screen, you can message me and I can go in details as well and tell you. But it's a 4-month practical training, and also you also work on a live project as well for another 2 months as well. So, but if you want to learn more, if you want to hear more about the journey, message me because this session is for business analysis, but I'll be more than happy to answer any questions on software testing if you contact me via WhatsApp, if that's fine.
Oh, okay.
All right, thanks,
Okay.
Michael.
I will do that.
All right, thanks,
You're welcome,
Michael.
sir.
Thank you. Vaughn, please unmute yourself.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Good evening, I'm good. Yourself?
Super. Sorry, I'm late to joining the meeting. I applied for business analysis. What are the criteria? What is the cost, and what is the duration of business analysis?
All right, so for business analysis, you'll be getting 2 trainings for the price of 1. You'll be trained on business analysis and also as a product owner. The reason for that is in some organizations, those 2 roles, they work hand in hand, to the extent that in the absence of a product owner, business analysis will take on the role, and vice versa as well. So you'll be getting 2 trainings for the price of 1. The duration is 3 months, 2 weeks, so to say. So the first 6 weeks will concentrate on practical training. That will be on Thursdays and Saturdays. Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time, and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK time for 6 weeks. Practical training for
11,
6 weeks.
okay.
a.m. to 1 p.m.
But what about if I cannot make it on Thursday?
That is
Because that 11 may not work for me.
Thursday is not 11. Thursday is 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, sorry, 7:30 p.m. may not work for
So
me.
all sessions are recorded, and you'll be onboarded on our LMS platform as well, where you can log in and have access to the recording.
What's the cost for that?
All right. So after the 6 weeks practical training, then you'll be put on a live project for another 2 months, where you'll be working as part of a full team. There will be developer, scrum master, business analyst, product owner, and tester, and all of you guys are working together to deliver a solution for a client. The cost for the duration of the program is £799. There is currently 50% discount on it, which will make it £399. Right? But yeah, £399. But there's a further reduction to £350 for anyone that wants to pay once. So you can get it for £350 if you are paying once.
Okay.
And as it is, we have 10 slots at the beginning of the session. Now we have 8 slots remaining for the cohort starting on the 23rd of March.
Okay.
For if you want to enroll, or if you have any further question after this call, the number on your screen, the WhatsApp number on your screen, will be the best number to contact me on.
I'll do that.
You're welcome, Vaughn. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
All right.
Sorry, before you go, if do you have anything like payment plan?
Anything like what? Sorry.
Payment plan.
Payment plan. Yeah. So for the 50%, you can actually start with half payment, and the other half you can pay within 4 to 6 weeks after you've started.
Because currently I came for my medicals in Canada. So I'll be going back to Nigeria maybe in the next 3 months. So since I'm still available, I want to use that time to fill in my space.
All right.
So I came in for my medical, so it's going to take me like 3 months.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'll
can start with half
text you.
payment. No problem,
Okay.
bro.
Thank you. Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, let me take questions on the chat quickly from Ademilola. I'm resuming working. Can we have this video emailed to us to watch later? Yes, it will be emailed, and also it will be available on our YouTube channel by tomorrow. If you can just search Learn with Pride. And also, if you're on the WhatsApp group as well, we are going to post it on the WhatsApp group as well. I'll pray if you can be emailed to. If you already signed up, I might not be able to take this email down, but if you already signed up, then we have your email already. Ty would love to pass. What if I cannot afford the money now? The next cohort, this is Taiwo. The next cohort will be, so this one is starting end of March, so to say, April, May. So the next cohort might be like May ending. You can join that, or you can just chat me up and we can talk better on that. That's to Taiwo. Temi Tokpe Balogun, I believe you've raised your hand. What qualification is required to become a business analyst? There's a certification, professional certification, but as I said earlier on, we don't focus on that because I always use myself as an example. Before I transition, I was doing different certifications thinking that would give me a breakthrough. I think I have like 5 different professional certifications. Till the moment I stopped working 9 to 5, I never used any of them, and they've never asked me for once to present any of those certificates. So that is why we focus on what really is important, which is the hands-on practical training. If you can demonstrate that you can do the job and give examples of where you've done it, scenarios, then you'll be able to convince the recruiter and you can have the job. What is the essence of you having the certificate and you don't know how the practical is done? You've never done it before. Do you think people or employer will still employ you just thinking, kudos to you, you've got the certificate, but you've not done it before, I'm going to hire you? I believe the answer to that is no. So what is important is for you to invest in the practical training. So for you to know your onions. All right. And it doesn't, as I said, your background doesn't matter. Whether you are a biz admin student or you are an accounting student. I studied accounting, I said, up to master's level. So it doesn't matter. And I transitioned to become a software automation engineer, completely different. As long as you have passion for the journey that you're starting, that's the only thing that it takes. All right, Matt asked, I'm in Canada. How can I fit in for the program? Anyone around the world can enroll for the course. Location is not a barrier. Thank God it's online. It's a live sessions online. So as long as you have your laptop, your Wi-Fi, you are good to go. And as I said, if you miss any class, all sessions are recorded and you have access to them via your LMS, via our LMS platform as well. So Matt, you can chat me up on the WhatsApp number on your screen and we can talk further on that. Also, for those not in Nigeria or UK, we can send you a payment link that you can use your debit or credit card to pay easily. Doesn't matter whether you're in Ghana, Zimbabwe, you can pay with ease. Payment is not a barrier. So yeah, Matt, I see that you can chat me up on the number on your screen. I'll be expecting that. Thanks. 872204. What's the cost? Because I didn't get the parts, please. The cost is £799, but there's a 50% discount, which will make it £399. That £399 you can pay twice. Start with half payment and the other half paid within 4 to 6 weeks, or you can get further discount for £350 if you're paying once. kindly email the presentation or leave on WhatsApp. Yeah, we're going to send the recording on WhatsApp. It will be available on our YouTube channel, and also we are going to email the recording as well if we have your email address. If you've enrolled, whether via Facebook or Instagram, we have your email. All right. That seems to. What is the name of the app you use to change your background? Michael, you're asking about the app. It's not. It's not an app. It is. Are you referring to my Zoom settings? It's on your Zoom settings. It's not an app. How does someone source for job and get jobs after this training? So yeah, as we said, or as I said earlier on, after your training, you still belong to another community. On that community, we send job ads, out on the platform. Job post, we send it regularly on that platform. And also some other websites that we are going to share with you, that you can apply for either freelance role or permanent roles as well. How much is this in Naira? After discount, after 50% discount is 550,000 Naira. 550,000 Naira after 50% discount. You can pay twice as well. Or you can get it for 450,000 Naira if you're paying once. All right, is that all the question? How much is in Naira? I just said it. So in Naira, this is to Mayon. After the 50% discount is 550,000 Naira. And you can pay twice. But if you want to pay once, then you get it for 450,000 Naira. All right. That is all the questions on the chat. Any final questions from anyone? You can raise your hand. Is there an age barrier in pursuing such a program? There's no age barrier. No. Tech, there's nothing like age barrier in tech. As long as you know what you're talking about, you know how to do the job, and you commit your time, energy, sweat into the process for you to gain all this knowledge as well. Age is never a barrier. Gone are those days. You can even work as a freelancer if you don't want to work as a permanent staff again. You can work as a freelancer that maybe three months here today, another 2 months there tomorrow, and you are making your money as well. What are the list of programs? So we run like 8 different programs: Scrum Master training, business analysis training, project management training, data analysis training, database engineer, software testing, web development, which other one? Product management. Those are the courses that we run. That's to April. All right. So any final question from anyone before we call it a night? You can raise your hand or you can send the chat as well. Again, the next cohort will be starting on the 23rd of March, Saturday. We have, let me check. We have 7 slots remaining now. So you can still leverage on those spots that remains. As I said, you can start with half payment. It's a journey that you never regret. And it's a money, sometimes when it comes to investing in ourselves, we are reluctant. But when it comes to families, friends asking for an emergency money, we can even go to our bank and borrow that money, But sometimes we should treat ourselves as well. You should invest in yourself as well. Anybody can do it. As long as you have the desire, you can make it happen. Don't be like me that wasted many years before I finally found my bearing. Your own story might be different, but you need to take a chance. You know, you need to take that bold step. You need to take it. Also, you need to make A when the sun still shines. You know, but trust me, if I can do it, you also can do it. All right. So on that note, again, if you have any question after this call, the number on your screen, you can screenshot it. You can save it on your number on your phone. It will be the best number to contact me on. I'll look forward to the people that will be enrolling on the journey, and we can all rewrite the story together. You know, April, you can share the link on our mails to enable us carry out to learn, including the price tag. What's I suggest how do you say? So April, yeah. Okay. Maybe when sending the YouTube link out, we are going to attach the benefit. So the benefit again is practical training, working on a live project, mentorship support, interview preparation. You get a CPD accredited certificate, which is recognized in over 60 countries, Nigeria, Canada, USA, Ghana, Nigeria, over 60 countries. You can go on their website and check it out as well. They are called CPD standards. Also, you can find us on their website as well, and our registration number as well. Everything is there. But yes, we've sent out every necessary information. Hopefully, those coming on the journey, we can rewrite the story together and make it happen. Be a testifier as well. So from me to you, thanks for taking your time to join this session tonight. I really appreciate it and hope to see you on the journey. Thanks and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.